The ULTRASPORT Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Good evening and welcome to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The second half of the NFL season gets underway. It's our first game of Week 10. The Cincinnati Bengals paying a visit to their AFC North rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens come into this game first in the division with a record of 7 wins and 2 losses. The Bengals 4-5 as of the end of Week 9. Baltimore with a 41-10 victory over the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Meanwhile, the Bengals also with a win, 41-24 over the Las Vegas Raiders. Lamar Jackson takes on Joe Burrow as we bring you Tuesday Night Primetime Football. It's almost time for the action, so let's go down to the field. Teams taking the field here at M&T Bank Stadium. Tuesday night primetime football returning to the air for the first time in a couple of weeks. We're getting back into our groove here in NFL coverage on the ULTRASPORT Network. And through the flames, the Baltimore Ravens arrive onto the field. Cincinnati and Baltimore to kick off Week 10 of the 2024 NFL season. Packed house, lots of fans here this evening. Many of them, as you can see in the background, they're holding signs as we get set for kickoff. Baltimore to kick, Cincinnati to receive. Two very skilled quarterbacks in this game. Joe Burrow for Cincinnati led them to the Super Bowl back in 2022. Lost to the LA Rams at SoFi Stadium. Lamar Jackson has never been to a Super Bowl, but he has led Baltimore to first place in the AFC North with that 7-2 record. And here comes Joe Burrow right now, Cincinnati's quarterback, leading the offensive line out from the sidelines. 15 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 2,309 yards in the 2023 season. Cincinnati on the 26 to start this possession. There's the snap, handoff here, and able to break through for 4 yards. Cincinnati starting off with a running play here. So we see John Harbaugh with Zay Flowers on the sidelines. Zach Taylor, the head coach of the Bengals. Cincinnati on 2nd and 6. There's the snap. And the pass will be caught by Charlie Jones. He can't get past the line. It's 3rd and inches at the 36 for Cincinnati. Which means it should be an easy conversion here. Go for a running play again. Can he get through? It looks like it. Oh, it's fumbled. It's fumbled. Ravens pick up the ball. Incredible. Chase Brown fumbles the ball on 3rd down. And the entire defensive line celebrating as we see this again. You can't see it here from this angle. Maybe you can see it here. There it is. They just charge him. Able to knock the ball loose, and just like that, Lamar Jackson is coming out of the field. Jackson with 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and 3,678 yards last season. Wait a minute. Let's see what they have to say. If this truly was picked up by Baltimore, this is a good angle right here. And you can see there the ball coming a bit loose, but he just obscures it again. They've overturned it. They have overturned the call. No fumble. 1st and 10 for Cincinnati and a new lease on life for the Bengals. Burrow back out onto the field just like that. And Chase Brown with a chance at redemption. 3 yards up to the 44, 2nd and 7. Coming up for Cincinnati as Zach Taylor watches from the sidelines. There's the snap. Handoff here. He's going to break past the 50 is Brown. Down at the 46, his fourth rush of the night. 22 total yards so far for Chase Brown, but we're still very early into this football game. Burrow talking things through, as you can see there, with the offensive line as John Harbaugh communicates something to the defense. And there's the snap. Passing attempt here, and Charlie Jones is going to get tackled out of bounds. Gain of 1 on that play. Cincinnati just up to the 45. But they're past the 50 now. Saved from a turnover by that reversal call on the fumble. Turnover was overturned, you could say. Fired away here. And he's dropped it, but it's fine. Incomplete is how they rule it. 3rd and 9 here for Cincinnati. And remember, the last time they were on 3rd down, they fumbled it, so let's see what they do here. There's the snap. Gonna go for a passing play again. Fired away, and it's 4th and inches. At the 36, T. Higgins can't get past the line, and we'll see if they bring out the kicker here. Looks like it. McPherson. No! They are going to go for it. They changed their minds as the kicker is in the middle of walking out to the field. And is it going to work? Looks like it is. Chase Brown. Oh, he's fumbled it again! Are you kidding me? He's fumbled it again! Past the 50! To the 40 and taken down at the 36. Chase Brown, 2 fumbles tonight. One of them overturned. The other one, I don't think you can challenge this. Incredible. Hamilton picks up the ball, and Lamar Jackson out onto the field once again, and he'll be hoping to stay on the field this time. And here we go again. Here we go again. And for the 2nd time, this is going to go to a booth review. 2 fumbles, 2 booth reviews. Did he drop the ball there? Again! Again, they overturned the call. This has been a whirlwind first quarter. 2 fumbles, both of them overturned. Cincinnati gets the ball once again, and Ravens fans must be quite disappointed with the referees here. Eric All Jr. meanwhile gets the catch and moves up to the 19, does Cincinnati, as we have 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. There's the snap. And the pass is caught. First down for Cincinnati. Jamar Chase steps out of bounds at the 10. And now the Bengals, after a hard-fought possession, let's just say, are into the red zone and close to the end zone. Though I suppose those 2 things are synonymous. 10 seconds in the first quarter. One more play. Will it be a score? Yes, it will! It is Jamar Chase into the end zone for the Cincinnati Bengals. After 2 fumbles and quite a possession, they take the lead here as the first quarter comes to its end. Cincinnati 6, Baltimore 0, 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. And Smith getting into a bit of an altercation with the coach, John Harbaugh. But now Lamar Jackson will get to come out on the field for real this time. I don't think he can overturn a return. 7-0. 12 plays, 97 yards, 2 overturned fumbles. And the Cincinnati Bengals take the lead after some incredible events. There's the kick. And past the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35. What a breakaway here up to the 39. And when we come back, Baltimore will have the ball for the first time in this game. Welcome back to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. AFC North rivalry matchup here on Tuesday Night Primetime Football. The Baltimore Ravens with the first possession of this game, their first possession of this game, as Cincinnati score with 5 seconds remaining in the first. 2 overturned fumbles for the Bengals, but they somehow managed to keep fighting and get to the end zone. And now Lamar Jackson out onto the field for the first real time after being called out and called back twice. But it's 3rd and 12 for Baltimore at the moment. Cincinnati could be getting the ball back in very, very short order. They're going to go for a passing play here, are the Ravens. There's the snap. Fired away. What a pass, but it's deflected. It is deflected. And just like that, 4th and 12. Cincinnati 4 and 5 coming into this game. Baltimore 7 and 2. Ravens were certainly favored by many to win this, but right now it's not looking too good for the home team as they're going to punt from the 27. And it's going to go for a touchback, so Cincinnati out to the 20. Chase Brown, 5 rushes, 32 yards. It says 0 fumbles. He was accused of fumbling twice, you could say. But both times it was overturned. And the Bengals, thanks to some handy booth reviews, now have the opportunity to go out to a 2-touchdown lead. Brown loses 3 yards here, pushed back to the 17 as the Ravens will try everything they can to get the ball back here. Can't afford to fall behind as Cincinnati tries to make it 14-0. There's the snap. Fired away. This will be caught, and he just gets set down. 3rd and 2 at the 28, though. 11-yard gain for Cincinnati. And a chance now, a better chance, I should say, of getting a first down. 2-minute warning also will be upon us soon. Last play before that, I would think, as Burrow sends it away, but again, 4th down. 2 possessions, 1 for each team, and they've last 2 possessions, I should say, and both times they go to 4th down. So Cincinnati will send out the punter as Baltimore try to rectify the last possession. Good kick there, but it's going to go for a touchback. And 2-minute warning could be called a 1-minute 56-second warning as Lamar Jackson and the offensive line re-enter the field. There's the snap. Pass is caught here by Mark Andrews. He's out at the 30. 2nd and inches now for Baltimore. Worth noting that both teams have all 3 timeouts left. Time, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Time is the most important resource, bar none. And Baltimore know that as they've brought out the no-huddle offense. Ravens take a timeout here, 1:26 to play. Beautiful night here in Baltimore, albeit a bit cold. November is upon us. The election is upon us, but we won't get into politics on this channel. Ravens on their own 39. There's the snap. And it's Andrews once again. He only gets a gain of 1. And now 2nd down coming up for the home team. once again, no huddle for Baltimore. They're still behind the 50. Maybe thinking about using those timeouts wisely, and this is going to be a deflection. A minute to play before halftime, and we will bring you the ULTRASPORT halftime show along with that, featuring a preview of the International Series finale in Germany on Saturday morning between Carolina and New York. New York Giants, that is. Also have the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming up on Saturday. 3-game week as we continue our commitment to covering the International Series. And wait till you see what we've got going for Thanksgiving. We haven't made the announcement yet, but it is certainly going to be a very exciting week. Ravens get the first down on this play, by the way. Still behind the 50. They've got one timeout left. Hoping to make something happen before the half. Fired away. This will be caught by Andrews. He's down at the 27. And Baltimore pick up their third first down of this game. Wasn't a good start for the Ravens, but now they seem to be inching back into this one. Rather low scoring game so far, but still a very exciting one. Baltimore hoping they can tie this before halftime as we enter the final 30 seconds. Fakes the handoff here, finds Andrews once again. He manages to get through to the 12. His 5th catch today, total of 58 receiving yards. And Baltimore not using that timeout, which is interesting. Not the path I would take. There it is. So with 5 seconds, they were seeming to set up the traditional play, but now I think they're just going to go for a field goal. Yes, there is the kicker. Interesting decision here by Baltimore. They had one timeout. They certainly could have afforded to use it earlier. But nonetheless, this kick will be good, and it's Cincinnati 7, Baltimore 3. Ravens get their first points on the board with a few seconds to go before halftime. 2 seconds, to be exact. And this kickoff may as well just be ceremony unless it goes for a touchback. And that is what it will do. Joe Burrow and company out to the 30. Really only one thing to do here, and that is go for the Hail Mary pass. Almost gets sacked. Is that going to mess with the throw? Maybe a little bit. Not far enough anyways, and the score at halftime, Cincinnati 7, Baltimore 3. And welcome in once again to the ULTRASPORT halftime show here on Tuesday Night Primetime Football, 7-3 in favor of the Cincinnati Bengals at the half. Coming up later this week, it's the final game of the NFL International Series in Munich, Germany. The Carolina Panthers battle the New York Giants at the Allianz Arena, and for this halftime show, we're going to give you a bit of a preview into that game. So taking a look at the standings after Week 9 here, we go to the NFC East. The New York Giants are 3-6, 4th in the division. Panthers are also 4th in their division with a 2-7 record. They only got their second win of the season this past week, Week 9, 23-22, narrow 1-point victory over the Saints. Meanwhile, the Giants, their 7th loss, 27-22, defeated by the Washington Commanders. Daniel Jones will lead New York into the fray as Bryce Young leads Carolina. We'll have that game for you 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, right here on ULTRASPORT from the Allianz Arena in Munich, Germany. Let's go back to the field to get this second half underway. Tuesday Night Primetime Football continues between the Bengals and the Ravens. Teams re-entering the field as we get set for this third quarter here at M&T Bank Stadium. Cincinnati to kick, Baltimore to receive at the beginning of the second half. And near the end zone, past the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30. Good return here for Baltimore, all the way up to the 34. And here comes Lamar Jackson once again. Cincinnati 7, Baltimore 3 at the half, but the Ravens now with the ball and a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. 66 total yards for Baltimore, 73 passing yards. And yes, I am aware that makes no sense, but it's what it says. Jackson a bit cornered here, and he's going to go down at the 26. Sack for Hill, and it's a loss of 9 yards for Baltimore. 2nd and 19. B.J. Hill able to take down the star of the Ravens. John Harbaugh, you can see, not happy about that. Baltimore hoping to get a big gain here. Ravens, I think I mentioned it before, favored by many to win this game. First in the division at the moment, 7-2 record. Cincinnati 4-5, but the Bengals could be on their way to an upset if this trend continues for Baltimore. Short pass there to Isaiah Likely, and he'll only get up to the 31. Gain of 5 to make it 3rd and 14 for the Ravens. And now the home team in a bit of trouble. Passing formation, you can clearly see here. Jackson waiting, moves in. He's going to break away. Can he get there? No, he can't. Down at the 42. And it's 4th and 2. Are the Ravens going to punt? As we see Burrow and All Jr. talking things over, it looks like Baltimore is going to punt. Not a good start to this 3rd quarter for the Ravens, as they hope to take the lead with that start of the 2nd half receiving. As Joe Burrow re-enters the field and hopes to extend the lead of the Bengals. There's the snap. Handoff here to Chase Brown. Brown had 2 overturned fumbles earlier in the 1st quarter, so really 0 fumbles, but they went to the booth review both times, and both times Lamar Jackson had to return to the sidelines. Cincinnati eventually getting their sole touchdown in that 1st quarter towards the end, after a lot of struggle and a couple of interesting calls. Pass will be caught here at the 27, 3rd and 3 coming up for the Bengals in this AFC North rivalry matchup. Cold November night here in Baltimore, but the sky is clear. There's the snap. Burrow fakes the handoff on 3rd down. Pass will be caught. Did Brown get past the line? No. 4th and inches. Cincinnati at the 30. And we're going to see what they do. There's high risk, but there's also a good reward. If you take a look at where the lines are, it would be easy to get the 1st down, but it doesn't look like they're going to go for that. Instead, they're going to punt, and this goes for a touchback. So the Ravens out to the 20. 2 possessions, 1 for each team in this quarter, and both times they've gone to 4th down. Now 1st and 10 for Baltimore. There's the snap. Fired away by Jackson. Pass will be caught by Rashad Bateman. He's down at the 31. And the Ravens pick up the 1st down. Good start to this possession as we enter the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Zach Taylor unamused, as you can see. barking orders to his defensive line. Meanwhile, this pass will be caught by Mark Andrews. No gain, no loss on that play. Can't get past the line of scrimmage. And Baltimore 2nd and 10 on the 31. Coming up for this next play. Here's the snap. 15 seconds in the third quarter. Pass will be caught here by Zay Flowers. He's down 37 to make it 3rd and 5, and that looks like it's going to be all for the third quarter. Cincinnati 7, Baltimore 3. We'll be right back with the fourth. Back here at M&T Bank Stadium, it is Tuesday Night Primetime Football on ULTRASPORT. Cincinnati 7, Baltimore 3, the Ravens and the Bengals. This week's featured primetime matchup. What a breakaway for Jackson. He gets up to the 50, and the Ravens quarterback has got them from 3rd down to 1st with a great run. Let's take a look at this again. Past the 40, the 45, and down at the 50. He sort of goes out of bounds there as well. He has gone out of bounds. Clock is stopped. Baltimore only with a field goal so far in this game. Favored to win. First in the AFC North currently. Cincinnati 3rd. But as the Bengals continue to look for an upset here tonight, Lamar Jackson and company attempt to get closer to the end zone. That pass, as you see, is incomplete, and it's 2nd and 10 for Baltimore. We've seen some exciting fourth quarters this season, and it makes me wonder if we're going to see something similar here tonight. Miami, we saw on Saturday with a come-from-behind win over Buffalo, as Lamar Jackson just barely misses the line. 3rd and inches for Baltimore, and again, it should be an easy first down. I've criticized teams for not going for it on 4th down. Obviously, there's the risk that if you turn it over, the opponent's going to have a good position for their possession, but when it's a short distance like this, the reward is worth the risk, in my opinion. First down picked up here, a gain of 6 as well for Baltimore. Ravens trying for that first touchdown of this game here in the fourth quarter. Bit of a low-scoring affair compared to the other games we've seen here on ULTRASPORT, but Andrews is going to go down to the 18. Goes out of bounds. 2:42 to play here in the fourth quarter. I've said it before. I think I've even said it in this game. I'll say it again. In a football game, time is one of the most important resources, if not the most important, the most valuable. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. That's always an interesting factor after the 2-minute warning. Baltimore at the 18 now. There's the snap. And this will be Nelson Aguilar down at the 14. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Jackson looks towards the sidelines, no doubt. Some suggestion from John Harbaugh coming there. in these final few seconds before the 2-minute warning. Running down the clock a bit, maybe. There's the snap. Jackson, bit frazzled here. He'll go all the way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson with a rushing touchdown, and the quarterback has given Baltimore the lead. Zach Taylor understandably angry, but the Ravens celebrate as we get closer to the 2-minute warning and the end of this game. Lamar Jackson runs it in, and the Ravens will be hoping that that's enough, that they can go 8-2 off of that, and that Cincinnati won't be able to come back. 2 minutes, 1 second to go. Point after will make it a 3-point game. Kick is up, and it's good. I don't think we've seen one missed point after touchdown all season here on ULTRASPORT. 10 plays, 80 yards on that scoring drive for the Baltimore Ravens. As the Bengals offensive line waits to return, led on by Joe Burrow. There's the kick, and past the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20, down at the 24 as we get to the 2-minute warning, which understandably is 2 seconds late. Cincinnati starting on the 24. Burrow moves in. He goes past the 30. He goes down to the 30. Sliding down for a gain of 6. Cincinnati now 2nd and 4. "90 seconds. There's the snap. Pass is caught here by Eric All Jr. And he's taken down at the 43 as the Bengals pick up the first down. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. Just over a minute to go here at M&T Bank Stadium. Cincinnati breaking out the no-huddle offense. Burrow again is going to run it. How far can he go? Past the 50 and up to the 48. Field goal would tie this game. It is a 3-point lead for the Baltimore Ravens, a lead that, with 58 seconds to go, Cincinnati hopes to take away. This is going to be another nail-biting conclusion, I think, here on ULTRASPORT. We always get exciting endings for some reason. Pass is caught here, and he's going to go down at the 38. It's Chase Brown to give Cincinnati the first down. Under 45 seconds. Bengals have to be wise with time management here. There's a balance to this. Don't want to give your opponent too much time if they get the ball, but you also want to save enough time for yourself. As this goes deep into the end zone, and it is deflected. And we enter the final 30 seconds. Stevens batting it away in the end zone, and it was first down for Cincinnati. You can afford taking a few risks at that point. But you've got 27 seconds to at least tie this. Hand off to Brown. He's pushed back to the 40, loss of 2 on that play, as the Bengals use their second of 3 timeouts in the second half. "22 seconds. Packed house here tonight at M&T Bank Stadium. You can hear the crowd. Cincinnati have only converted from 3rd down once in this game. Can they do it again? Did he get it? Yes, he did. First down at the 23. It is T. Higgins going out of bounds to stop the clock with 17 seconds. I mention the time a lot, but it really is that important. What a dramatic conclusion. Handoff here. Brown up to the 14. And Cincinnati used their last timeout with 13 seconds to play. 2nd and 1 coming up as we take a look at this replay. Chase Brown once again with the rushing play. And they're going to go for a field goal. No, maybe not. Timeout taken by Baltimore. They at least won't go for a field goal here, but the net is still up. 2nd and 1, 13 seconds. Are they reconsidering? Joe Burrow is back out on the field, calling for guidance from Zach Taylor, the head coach. They're going to go for a field goal. If this goes to overtime, ladies and gentlemen, we will be uninterrupted. And it looks like it may. Cincinnati 10, Baltimore 10. Field goal is good. And we might be going extra here at M&T Bank Stadium on Thursday Night Primetime Football. 10 seconds away from overtime. This is going to go for a touchback. Baltimore gets a lucky break. Ravens out to the 30. And you can see clear as day, passing formation. They want some huge yardage here. What a pass! Seconds dwindling down. Pass is caught. Timeout taken by Baltimore as Rashad Bateman gets a reception to change the game. 3 seconds remain. And in this hard-fought matchup, that one pass has changed everything. If you're Baltimore, you're at the 11. All you have to do is bring out the kicker. Another incredible conclusion here on Tuesday Night Primetime Football. It looks like a field goal attempt for the Ravens from the 18. The snap, the kick, and the victory. The final score, Ravens 13, Cincinnati 10 from M&T Bank Stadium. Goodbye and good night.